Okay, well, I need to reduce the volume on this because I was listening to some music before. Yeah, hi. Okay, so um, I was guided because there's a lot of manipulation going on everywhere right now. We do live in the Earth dimension, which is the 3D dimension. That's what we experience the most of. And as the five dimension is now, or the fifth dimension is now colliding with the 3D dimension, and as we're moving into the more frequency of love, which is exactly why we have a lot of twin flame energy happening. It's really cool, really nice. We need to open up this world a little bit better. So I'm just going to expose this world of illusions really quickly as divinely guided because I was hearing it a lot about manipulation. How can you tell if you have real friends or karmic friends? How can you tell if this is your real family or karmic family? Why are we so confused? Why is everything happening now? La 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 la. It's because it's 2013. According to our maps, it is currently 2013 within the time frame. You might look at me like I'm kind of wild, but listen, 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 listen. I did my research. This your turn to do research. I'm only here to break the illusions that are needed. So if you're really being manipulated, you will know if you resonate these with this reading to a degree, even if it's just a little bit. If you even catch some things, ask for guidance, ask spirit for guidance, pray for some guidance. Just try it, see what happens. People have been scared their entire lives to make decisions, and all you could have done this entire time was just pray and ask for guidance. You don't even have to. People like to be like, oh, well, I don't believe in God. I don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. I don't think God gives a fuck either. Honestly, it's not about belief, it's about actions. And for us to be able to take appropriate actions to step away from all this manipulation, because the truth is that I need to move on. And if I'm being spiritually guided, and this is how I can move on, because I do love to help people. I love to help people. I love to do service to people. I love to do service to God, but I do also need to move on, which is how I like to break through illusions and break through my fears and boundaries. When I like to break certain fears and illusions, I tell the truth immediately about how I'm feeling. And then when people get all fuzzy and frizzy around me and start acting up around me, there are really only two reasons why. It's either karmic, they're either manipulating me, they're immature, or unable to be emotionally aware. There are other reasons within their personal life, but that really doesn't matter when it comes to emotions and feelings. That's why we have empathy. If I say something and it really is coming from somewhere deep within my heart space, deep within my emotional body, deep within the waters of the world, of the subconscious, then you know it's real. There's no saying if somebody is manipulating you or not, which is exactly why we're doing these readings. It's exactly why we're getting to the bottom of it. Is exactly why we're trying to say as much of the truth as possible, so that we can finally break through whatever cycles we need to break through and find out how we're being manipulated instead of who's manipulating us and why are they manipulating us. It's very clear that there's a spiritual battle going on beyond our understanding. So looking into it is only going to drive us kind of crazy. The best thing to do is just not even just avoid it, but the ability to have discernment is a God-given ability. So this is why we need to do our research. This is why we have things like psychology and physiology and such, is so that people are able to discern human behaviorisms and such. Right now, it's all about having faith in the divine. So if you're coming onto this to be able to stop the manipulation, or no, that's not what I want to say. If you're coming onto this stream so that you can manipulate further or use whatever information to manipulate further, it's not gonna work. There's no more manipulation past this point. Everything is going to become extremely obvious, and if you are still within that low vibration, then you will not be able to proceed further without any more karmic cycles. If you proceed further while either knowing you're being manipulated and doing nothing about it, and by nothing I mean not taking specific actions to be able to ask for either help or having a discussion, seeking help of some sort, either mentally, physically, or having a conversation with someone that you really need to have a conversation with, or anything of that sorts, then you will proceed to have karma. And that's just not, I'm not, like I said, I have no ability to put that on anyone. That is a personal choice that you have to make for yourself, because once you see this information, you will become aware of it, and it really will be taking, like, you will be really, like, you really be out of this manipulation scale. And yeah, so right now it's all about letting go of what we think of as balance, is what I'm seeing. So let's see. Please clarify what's going to be within this message. So there's something about, yeah, there's something about third-party situations. And if you don't know what a third-party situation is, it means someone outside of your general mind circle. So someone that you don't generally think about that may be doing this to you, but it's become quite obvious that this is happening for some reason, and it usually happens around this one person, and this one person has their own, like, thing about it. You know what I mean? So like if someone is being manipulated, let's say if I'm being manipulated by someone else and that person is pretending to be my friend so that I wouldn't notice that I'm being manipulated, a good way that I would know that I'm being manipulated is to be able, instead of to isolate myself, but instead see what is happening in the grand scheme of things. What are they paying attention to that I'm not paying attention to? What is it that they're hiding that I don't see for myself, right? And so sometimes this comes with a lot of questioning. So anytime someone is questioning me all the time, and it's not about like if someone is suspicious of me. There's a very big difference between insecurity and suspicion within insecurity, and suspicion within manipulation. If someone is manipulating you and you are suspicious of this manipulation from that person, please follow your intuition. Please ask for guidance so you can ask the right questions, because sometimes these manipulative people are very capable of changing or switching up the way they manipulate you so that you wouldn't be able to actually have discernment on this. But the truth is, you really need to have patience so that you can see the truth come to light, because sometimes you ask a manipulator a question and they get all scared and shit like that, so they change up the way they're asking, or they change the way they're acting. So you just take a step back and you just watch, and you suddenly see how all of a sudden they're getting paranoid, or maybe they're starting to act different around you, and it's something that is kind of uncontrollable because only you will be able to see it. Only you will be able to appropriately tell whether or not this person is manipulating you. And sometimes they can play it off like nothing is happening, and then they try to hide their emotions. But that's why you really need patience, is because you can't hide your emotions. You can't hide your feelings. These things are natural human behaviors, and they will spill out eventually. And if you are really feeling suspicious, it really takes understanding where that's coming from. Once you heal all your insecurities, once you heal all your fears, once you heal all your trauma, it's very easy to tell who's fake and who's real. And most of the time, you can be able to step away from that even without knowledge. You'll find out that maybe you did something that you didn't even realize you did that caused this person to completely blow their cover. This happens a lot, and it's uncontrollable. Okay. letting go of whatever idea of a relationship you think is good or bad, really leaving it up to the divine, leaving it up to the faith, leaving it up to just how the thing is resonating, how the situation is resonating, so that it's not like you can avoid people stabbing your back. It's not like you can avoid people trying to break your heart. It's not like you can avoid people just being assholes or being bitches to you. But you can shield yourself from that hurt and resentment and pain if you understand um, where it's coming from. Maybe it's coming from, this is why we have empathy. So maybe they're super unaware, or maybe they're super ignorant, or maybe they're just in their own space or something, and you just want to step out of that, but all of a sudden they're acting up against you because they're scared, or maybe they've done something. And it really doesn't take suspicion to be able to see this. You can just watch and you'll be fine. You'll be divinely protected as long as you have faith in your intuition, have faith in yourself, have faith in your inner child. Very easy to be able to tell if someone's manipulating you. It only takes taking a real step back. Yeah. When people start acting different, you know, and like, it's not about like, oh, if they're glowing up, if they're doing good, you should be happy. You should be happy if they're doing good. If you're not feeling happy that someone's doing good, you need to reflect on yourself. You need to reflect, because we are all equal. We all come from the same place. So if anyone's getting hurt about other people glowing up or anything like that, it's gonna be you. So yeah. What else is happening? Yeah, so understanding that right now within the world, there's a lot of manipulation. So maybe MK Ultra, the TV that we're watching all the time, maybe people trying to sell us things every time. We truly don't know someone's intentions. We just need to be able to trust our own intentions. We need to trust ourselves and our intentions, because we will be put in our divine path. We would not be put we will not be strayed away from our divine path. I hope this is not like making too much noise. I'm just going to close this off just in case, so it's not sorry if there's any background noise or anything like that, because my stuff is drying. Okay, yeah, so if there's any sorts of manipulation, you'll be able to tell immediately just by like certain things that they do that just seems off, and you really have to trust your guidance. I know that seems like super vague, but there's certain actions that people do who are manipulators that just seems a little bit off. Like, you know, when you're watching a movie or something and someone's like, hey, let's go to the basement. We know that doesn't happen in real life unless they know that there's something safe within that basement, because people just don't do that. Like, even if they do, it has to be pre-planned. So if you're, let's say if you're being like, if you're hanging out with a friend and you're going out somewhere, and that person is like, oh, look at this random place, but they've been there before, but all of a sudden they're acting like they've never been there before, there's something most likely in that area that they want you to see, which is exactly why manipulation doesn't work on me and anything like that, because I'm like, no, I'm good. Let's go this way, because I was feeling like we should go this way anyways. And this is when you start seeing them like act up a little bit, like, why don't you want to go there? And start asking you all these questions to try and figure out how they can kiss ass, so that they can figure out how they can get into your mind, so that you can finally like surrender to them or something. But you shouldn't surrender to anybody. Stand up for what you feel. Stand up for how you feel and your emotions, and surrender to the divine. If someone is really pushing you to do something, ask them the question. Be like, why do you want to go there so bad? Why do you want this so bad? Why is it that you want to go this way and not this way? And if they're like, why are you making it a big deal? Because that's usually what happens. Now they want to act all defensive, because they know that there is something going on that they're not telling you about. Just be like, why are you acting sus? See how the truth will always lead you to the right path, no matter what. You speak your truth, you speak truth, you will live within the vibration of truth and love and peace, and it will always be good and great. You don't have to lie, you don't have to manipulate, And sometimes people will try to use your honesty and your truth for their own gain. But this is where you really need to have faith that everything will turn out okay for you regardless of what you say or what they're trying to do to you. And if that's when we have gratitude for whatever lesson that is that you need to learn. If something is really happening to you, then you need to be able to have discernment. If something feels off, let's say there's a drink next to you and someone's really trying to make you drink this drink, or like, hey, he's just trying to like pass it off to you or something. Go get your own drink for a second. If you feel like something is off with this drink, go get your own drink for a second. You know, take a little sip or two and put it next to that drink and watch how they act. If they're like, why aren't you drinking my drink? I just gave you a drink. I just made you a drink. Why do you want me to drink that drink so bad? This isn't about being rude or anything. You're not being rude. If you're standing up for yourself, you're not being rude. If someone's trying to make you do something that you originally did not want to do, and now they're acting like you're in the wrong for not accepting their offer, leave that person behind and move forward. This is about honesty and truthfulness. If you feel like you're being manipulated, you need to be able to understand why. And sometimes you're the one manipulating, but you're manipulating yourself. And sometimes this has to do with self-suspicion. So if you're suspicious of yourself, then you need to be able to have a better trustworthy relationship with yourself. And this is going to take you really understanding where and how your partnerships came to be, or how your friendships came to be, what has seemed off with yourself or with your relationships around you or anything like that. If someone truly is manipulating you, they will not be able to manipulate you any longer as long as you pay attention to the signs. Speak your truth once in a while and see how they act. If they feel like it's so different than before, are they reacting negatively or positively? If it's a negative reaction to your truth, then get the fuck away from them and move the fuck on. Yeah, there we go. Leave those battles to the divine. If they start acting aggressive, call the police. It is not your fault that you want to speak your truth. It is not a fault at all that you want to be honest, that you want to be truthful, that you want to live your life in peace and in gracefulness and love. That is not a fault at all. It is exactly divine intuition. And as long as you're following that, you will be fine. So let's see. Yeah, there might be some impulsive actions that you're, or whoever is feeling doubtful about or regretful about, or some sort. But honestly, if it's coming from a good place, if it's coming from a good heart, if it's coming from a place of lack of judgment, or let's say if it's a naive perspective or something, you will be forgiven, but it can't be ignorant. If you know that whatever impulses that you have are leading you towards a direction that isn't like particularly good, but you're just still trying to see where it gets you, you will be led the wrong direction regardless of what you think, because that's when education is very prominent and important. You need to be able to have discernment on your impulses as well. If you're having impulsive actions and they're all based on good intentions and you just want to have a good time, and this is based off of good intentions, it really takes setting your boundaries and such, then you will be fine. Oop, then we have death. There we go. Yes. So when you're making impulsive actions, let's say in a direction that does lead you towards some kind of another, like, I don't know what Three Pentacles, like a bond of some sort. Let's say you want to be within a, please clarify the Three of Pentacles. Okay, when you want to be enlightened about any type of situation and you feel impulsive about it, just do it. Don't worry. We have patience for things that we need patience on. Sometimes we really need to have more of a conversation. Sometimes we need to be able to discuss things, really, which is why we have the magic of communication, so that we can truly discuss things with other people and be able to bring clarity and bring clarity and enlightenment to ourselves. And oh my God, I'm blanking out all of a sudden. Yeah, and that I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So whatever it is that occurs after your ego has died, or after you remove this whole I thought, really just thinking, just overthinking. As soon as you kill this overthinking area of your life, even on your impulsive actions, if you do have impulsive actions, then you will learn what true patience means anyways. Like, you will always be divinely guided, like towards your true path. All paths lead home. It's very important to remember that. Please clarify what's happening in the world right now. Please clarify what's happening in the world right now. So there's a lot of conflict, at least it's more so like a lack of movement with this financial foundation, or like a value foundation, due to an emotional unawareness. Like, so there's a keen sense of emotional unawareness that needs to be put into balance. And sometimes people will manipulate you because they know that you're emotionally unaware. So they will use their emotions to be able to either do things like love bomb you and kiss ass. Things like, oh, I love you so much. I know you like this thing. I know you like this thing. I'm going to do this if you, it's going to be great. And we're going to go out. La, 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 la. No. Say no. Say you need some time to yourself to reflect on your emotions. See how they react. And take some time to just look back. You know what I mean? Just look back on how your emotions really are for yourself. Like, have some patience with yourself. If you have a lot of internal conflict and it's causing you to feel emotionally unbalanced of some sort, yeah, it means that you need to really invoke some sort of balanced feminine energy, is what I'm feeling, because women are super emotionally aware. So if it's a woman, okay, if it's a woman emotionally manipulating you, it's gonna take some time, which is gonna be like a little hard, because women are very keen on emotional manipulation, that on a karmic side. So yeah, it takes leaving it up to the divine and taking forward movement on what you really want. So focusing on yourself. A good woman will never speak bad on you, or speak behind your back, or do anything to harm you while you're looking after yourself. She will never think that you are cheating. She will never think that you are insecure or anything, really. A good woman, if she sees that her man is pulling away from her, will look after herself. She will look after herself. She'll take care of herself, take care of her finances. A good woman would do that because that's what women do. Women know how to take care of themselves, and when they're not taking care of themselves, sometimes they want the men to do it for them, but men do have to take care of themselves too. So if you're a guy or man or whatever, and you feel emotionally unstable and you really wish that you had a woman to help you, it really is going to be taking a leap of faith and taking it upon yourself to be able to see what happens. Don't be afraid of what happens when you let your emotions loose, okay? Whenever a guy lets their emotions loose, it's kind of the most amazing thing for me to see, because I love seeing men really. Oh my God, that sounds like sadistic. No, but I like saying, I promise it's not for a negative thing. It's more so I like seeing guys, or I like seeing men really tap into themselves and their emotional side. It makes me see them so much more human than what they're presenting themselves to be, as some sort of robotic money-making machine, or some sort of like sex doll of some sort. It's kind of just irritating to see a man without emotions. So take a leap of faith. Go towards your queen, you know. If there's a third party, fuck her or fuck him. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Literally, this goes for like if you're a woman and you were in a karmic relationship, just leave. I don't know what's holding people up. Kids, okay, take care of your kids then. File a divorce. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not the type of person to stay in something I don't like. That's the truth. Because it's not making me happy. I'm not gonna be able to move forward in the relationship. So I know what's gonna help me. Releasing these burdens. That's what I know is gonna help me. I'm gonna follow my intuition. I'm gonna follow what my heart says. I'm gonna follow my everything, what my body wants. I'm not gonna build resentment for this person or myself because, well, I knew what I was supposed to do and I didn't do it. Now, if you're still inside a relationship that is literally so burdensome, it's only gonna cause more harm if you don't leave. Literally, that's how it works. First of all, this other person is going to just end up getting angry and angrier, and then you will only get sadder and sadder. And now everybody is just emotionally unavailable, emotionally unaware, and it's just like the manipulation has just caused everyone to go crazy, and nobody knows what's happening anymore. And it's usually because, well, everybody's too stressed the fuck out because people want to play games and don't realize what kind of games they're playing here. It's a spiritual fucking battle that's happening. Yeah, you can't be rebellious towards your enlightenment. You can't be. When someone is giving you some kind of lesson or some kind of thought pattern, or not even a thought pattern, if someone's telling you anything, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Listen to what they're saying and take it at face blank. Take it as that's what they want to know. If someone's asking you a question, hey, when is this? Like, let's say people ask me, before people would be like, when's your birthday? And I would tell them my birthday. Nowadays, I'm not afraid of manipulation, so I tell them my birthday anyways. And now people that are trying to use my birthday or use my signs or use my things, they just get really bad karma because I trust in the divine so much and I have so much faith that people who do try to manipulate me after knowing I can't be manipulated and that shit bounces back get like 50 times karma in return because I Uno reverse that shit. And that's what happens when you fuck with a divine being. So when you don't know that you're a divine being, it's because you're not enlightened on that part. So now these people or whoever or whatever entities think that they can manipulate you because they think, but we don't. We have faith. We don't think about everything all the time. We don't bother overthinking about everything. We don't stress about anything at all. We know that things are going to be put in place when they need to be put in place. We know that there is divine timing. We have patience for our lessons. We fight our adversity with strength, empowerment, love, creativity, and we make sure that everything is going to be all right eventually. Because regardless of what anybody thinks, it is the golden age. It is the golden period. There will be change happening now. And as I said, if you're watching this video, then you will no longer be given the opportunity to be ignorant about the manipulation. So you're just going to have to face it. If you want to find out the truth about anything, it really is up to the person. It's up to the situation, it's up to the circumstances, it's up to how much you want to know. It's up to if you're even supposed to know everything. Do you even want to know? Sometimes there are situations where I'm just like, I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't feel like it's going to help me. I feel like there are bad vibes in that area anyways, so fuck that. Also, don't do readings on other people. If you're new to the tarot community, you should know that everybody needs permission before you do a reading on them. There's a difference between doing a divine reading on a collective, on the collective that you are within. So for me, most of my readings do have to do with the divine feminine energy and from the divine feminine standpoint. So I don't really know what the divine masculine is doing all the time. But whenever it does present the opportunity to be able to see, which is more so like whenever the divine masculine is also being like pulled in for some sort of a clarity, then yes, I will find out eventually. So I don't like secrets. Divine feminine does not like secrets. So no secrets. And I don't like when people are like, oh, well, people should have their own opportunity to keep secrets. First of all, your secrets shouldn't be that dark. Your secrets should not be that dark. I don't know what kind of secrets that you're holding within you that are so dark that are causing so much. You need to heal that. You need to heal that. You need to be able to find some guidance, find some help, get some mental health, you know, like if you're feeling, by the way, there was a lot of stuff on suicidal feelings. If you're feeling suicidal, you can watch some of my stories to be able to see what I've been through, to be able to see if you resonate with that a little bit. I used to be extremely suicidal in the past, extremely to the core, and I did try a lot of things, but it's okay. You do need to build compassion within yourself. As you build compassion within yourself, you'll be able to attract more compassionate people who won't manipulate you. You'll be able to lead yourself towards a direction where you will be able to attract people who won't be able to misuse you or try to pretend like they're capable of it, because they're really not capable of it. They're just fucking themselves over, okay? That's the truth. Let's see. So what's going on with this King of Wands at this current moment? So there's a lot of value, self-value that we need to look at. Looks like the divine masculine is starting to fight his battles. That's fucking fantastic. So there are a lot of battles that we need to fight, especially with manipulation, which is exactly why we want to, whenever we're bringing clarity to our situation, we want to be able to do things like breath work, self-care. We're making sure we're eating right. We're taking long baths, salt baths. We're doing some spiritual protection around us, sage, Palo Santo. We're making sure that we're appreciating things like earth, flowers. Go onto a flower garden, you know, smell the flowers a little bit, you know, it's not gonna fucking hurt you, you know, stuff like that. Trust your intuition, trust what you're capable of, do some artwork, find some balance within how, like, there's more so energy on not being able to see the cup. There's like a cup full, cup empty type, and fuck that cup, okay? Fuck that whole analogy. This card, fuck that whole analogy, okay? Focus on your healing. You shouldn't, this whole discernment of trying to stay positive or trying to get away from negativity or trying to get away from this negative mindset. The most important thing within your world is you. Without you, your world would not exist, okay? Without you, you wouldn't have the eyes to see the world. Okay, you need to start appreciating what you have. If you have the capability of writing, of drawing, of thinking, of seeing, of talking, of anything, if you are in a home, if you are outside, if you see the stars, if you are just in general a human being, then you should be grateful and take care of your mind, space, and body. And it might not be easy, but that's why it's a challenge. That's why you build strength. That's why you get up every day. You get up and you start going. Because when you don't do that, you just end up being really sad all the time, and it never stops. Ever. And it wouldn't get better, because you really do need to stop getting manipulated. It's not your fault, and it's okay. It's okay. Whoever you are, it's okay. You're good. We're all good. Yeah, you will find balance eventually. Some people do it instantly. Some people take years to do it. Some people don't even wake up at all. But if you wake up, you need to start going about your way and stop getting manipulated. And stop letting people manipulate you by standing your ground. and setting your boundaries and setting the right boundaries by following your heart, following your love, following what makes you happy, what makes you excited every day, what's making you laugh, what's making you move forward, and make sure it doesn't have to do with fear. Make sure it has nothing to do with fear. Yeah. Make sure it has nothing to do with money. Make sure it has nothing to do with anyone else but how you feel and how it's making you feel. Oh my God, my dog. So much fucking noise all the time. Okay. Let's see. What else is going on here? Ooh, Divine Masculine popping up. Okay. That's really cool. So Divine Masculine, you're here. Hi. How are you doing? You're upright this time. Seems like you're paying attention. That's good. Yeah, fast-paced action. Immature, but, you know, patient at the same time. Makes no sense. Makes no sense, but okay. Like, not everything has to make sense for it to work, but at the same time, it's just because we don't understand it. We can be okay with that, especially as a Divine Feminine. We can be okay with that as long as it's working. That's the thing. As long as there's something that's actually working. Sure, there's an immature sense of justice, but I feel like it's just, yeah, there's some kind of energy here that's like trying to build upon that, trying to cover your emotional immaturity is just going to make you emotionally unstable, more emotionally unstable. You need to be able to spill, cry, let go. Let go. All your secrets, let go. All your feelings, emotions, let go. Anger, let go. If it's anger, let go. If it's sadness, let go. If it's depression, let go. Let go of it all. Surrender. The more you release, once you release, that's why we do therapy. When you release everything, then you will find so much more clarity. And you can have patience, but if you're an immature person, then you gotta admit that. You have to admit that you're immature so that you can move forward, so you can grow, so that the divine can help you. There was music playing in my head. Okay, let's see. What else is happening with the manipulation? Who's trying to, what's the manipulation that's happening at this current moment? Yeah, there's a lot of like, yeah, there's like a energy that's just trying to like have like fun, that's just trying to let go, that's just trying to rest, a little impulsive, yeah, trying to act like it's not, it's just causing imbalance. Oh my God, it's the same fucking cards, yo. It's just causing just let go. I feel like, what? Okay, let me pick a different card deck. Yep. Ave Maria. I mean, there's you know, I made a whole video, like if this has to do with anything that's like really deep and like seems kind of dark, then just let it go too. Like, don't worry about it. I feel like people overcomplicate things. Like, for example, I used to battle this. I was battling dysphoria, still do. Have no idea what I look like, but what'd you call it? But this doesn't mean that I'm gonna be sitting here all pissy and getting myself all boggled and confused. I know that it's a lesson. I know it's a challenge. I know that I have to work on it. So that's exactly what the fuck I do. Okay, yeah, it's almost like there's a kind of I don't even know. Please clarify the Six of Pentacles energy, please. Okay, yeah, you're healing right now. There's a lot of healing going on at this current moment. So you really need to pay attention to that. You really need to pay attention to what you're healing. You're healing some kind of heartbreak. You're trying to understand your value, but you're looking at someone else to see that value. But you should really be reflecting upon yourself and what you value personally. Whatever you value is reflected upon whoever you're looking at, not what they're showing you. So basically, when you meet someone and you're like, oh, this person values what I value, you know, this person values what I value, what is it that you think they're valuing? What is it that they're trying to show you that they're valuing? Sometimes manipulators will try and use what you value against you, but they don't actually have it. So sometimes they'll act so sometimes I would have, when I used to try and be in sugar baby, I used to have like men that would pretend like they were so rich just so that they can be like, oh, I'll give you just this little amount, because they didn't realize that just because I valued certain things didn't mean that I valued them the same way the rest of the fucking people that they knew valued it. So I would be very assertive with what I wanted, and it would throw them off so much that they would have to walk away. So that's literally what happened. That's literally why you need to be very assertive with what you want. What is it that you want? How do you want it? You know, that we don't say these things. Yeah, we don't say these things because we want them from these specific people. We're saying these things to ourselves so that we can understand how we value these things and if that's the right way to value them for ourselves. Is the way that we value ourselves actually healthy? Is it good for us? Do we take care of ourselves? Does it change the way we see the world in a more negative view? Or does it change the perspective to a more positive view? Does it make you happier? Does it make you more enlightened? Do more good things happen to you once you start seeing that way? Once you've walked away from certain manipulations or certain suspicions? In fact, if you're feeling unsure about something or someone, communication is key. If you communicate with them, you will be able to get to the bottom of the clarity. If you are unable to gain clarity of a situation because you aren't able to communicate with someone, it is either because there is a false sense of security within that whole situation, or you're not communicating correctly, or they're not communicating correctly. Because the thing is that if they're manipulating you and you said everything you wanted and you said everything that you need and you said everything that you felt, and they're still going on this circle, in these circles, and or they're trying to make you seem like you're the one going on these circles, that's false. That's like a whole lot of manipulation there, and you need to walk away. Yeah. Now we have a Queen of Wands. So we have the Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. Not an Empress though. Yep. And now like spilled milk everywhere, walking away from emotional connections. There were no emotions within that connection anyways. Yeah, death again. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. Once again, there was a foundation built. There was already a foundation built. There was an appropriate, final, stable foundation built somewhere, especially within your value, especially within your emotional self, especially within your just everything, just within your life. There already is. You know who built it for you? Your ancestors, God, the divine. You have a foundation. All of humanity already has a stable foundation to be able to move forward from this manipulation. We don't have to start all the way from zero every time. We just think that it's like zero, but it's really not. It's 4. We already have it. It's already built. We just need to adapt. See? 954 right now. It's already there. We just got to know what it is, and that's the enlightenment we need. Knight of Swords again. Impulsivity. Is there an Aries here? I don't know. I always mention air sign. I always mention fire signs because I don't know. I'm so sensitive to fire signs. Yeah, there's a lot of effort that was put into understanding like what you want or what it is that, yeah, there's someone that's so, there was so much effort put in to this, like whatever connection, whatever it is that you wanted. There was so much effort put in, and it's like, please clarify the Seven of Pentacles. And it's like you're not seeing the emotional like grant. It's not even just like, it's not even from anyone else. It's just one more thing. It's if this is the divine masculine I'm talking to, then the divine is handing you an opportunity to be able to see something with clarity. Please clarify this emotional start. Yeah, that's what you're really trying to look into. That's what you're truly trying to see. So it is clarity. It is your balance. It is you, like, it's burdensome. It feels burdensome, but maybe it's, yeah, it's just like, it's just too much brooding. Oh my God. It's just so much brooding, like so much deep, dark shit all the time. So much dark shit. So much like breadcrumbing, not realizing your potential. The tower. There you go. That's what you're getting. You're trying not to move, but it really just takes understanding. Yeah, just taking a leap of faith. Okay, what should we do about this whole manipulation right now? What is something that we need to do about this manipulation? What is happening right now that is causing this manipulation, and what can we do about this as a divine collective? It's just too much. Like too much. Like it like even hit me on my head for some reason. It was literally hitting me on my head. Oh my God. So, moving into calmer waters. So, in order to move into calmer waters, what should this Queen of Wands and this King of Cups do? So, that's what we're really feeling. So, we're feeling like there's an emotionally stable energy, but then there's also like a vivacious energy around. Give me a second. Okay, my mom was screaming on the phone. So yeah, have strength, build some strength in the situation. Learn from what you're in. If you're in a karmic cycle, just learn. Just sit there and observe. Don't stress. No point in stressing. If you're having sleepless nights and stuff like that, then you're shit out of luck. It's karma. Yeah, you need to be able to realize where your heart lies, where your emotions lie. You need to realize who you want to give this cup to, this divine emotional connection. The connection that the way that you love is so important. The way that you love is so important. And you truly you value it so much that you've almost forgotten how it feels for yourself. And you've fallen under some kind of manipulation, or if you're watching this, then you've fallen into some kind of manipulation, and it's forcing you to completely devalue your sense of worth so much that you're starting to worry about how to move into calmer waters with whoever it is. But all you really have to do is, yeah, sleepless nights, like breadcrumbing, more foundation. You're in a tower right now. You're in a tower. Whoever it is, if you feel like you're under manipulation, you're in a tower. You need to be able to step out of it and make the right action, make the right decision. Have strength for either the connection that you need to. What is the outcome of this connection between this person and not the divine? Okay, so I need to clarify. Who is this Queen of Wands? Who is this Queen of Wands? Yeah, conflict. That's what it is. So much conflict. There's a lot of conflicts within it, and that's why you're trying to have strength. Who is this King of Cups? 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 Come on. Who's the King of Cups? Sneak. Trying to sneak away. Can't fucking do that. Sorry, it heats me up, Divine Masculine. You can't sneak away. You need to confront it. You have to confront it. You have to wake the fuck up and confront whatever the fuck is happening. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a manipulation and you know someone's manipulating you, you need to stand up for yourself. Sometimes you need to stand up for yourself. Either walk the fuck away with strength or confront the situation if it won't end. Confront it. Be like, I don't know what is happening here, but someone's not telling me something and I don't fuck with that. And if everyone's like, what are you talking about? We're all good here. Then at the end of the day, you see it. You see it. You immediately can tell if someone's doing. If they're like, what are you talking about? Is everything okay? Are you okay in your head? You know what happened to me? Someone was hexing me, right? And I was talking to them, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to know if we're okay because you haven't been speaking to me and you kind of ghosted me for a minute. And I just wanted to know if everything was all right. And they went, oh, I've been meaning to speak to you about, like, just wondering, how are you doing? And I'm like, I just asked you a whole ass motherfucking question and you didn't even answer any of that. I said, why are you ghosting me? Are you okay? And the person turned it back on me like, am I okay? Do you see the problem? That is clear manipulation. Someone was fucking manipulating the scenario and didn't want to admit that they were fucking wrong. And it's been in the works for a minute now. It's been in the works for a minute now. Didn't want to admit that they were wrong. So they just continued to manipulate the situation, acting as if like, oh, it's so funny that the light is shining over here because this is where my angel sits. But they're trying to continuously act like they're not doing what they're doing. Like we're not supposed to be aware. We're just supposed to be all shut down. Then you ask them, why? Why do you feel like I'm not okay? Or why are you asking? And they're like, oh, they just want to know because I like they would say like I'm acting strange. But I never change. That's the truth. I've always been saying the truth. I've always been on this path of saying the truth. If my ego has been dying like all the time. So anytime anyone, like, that's exactly why you don't start lying. You don't start because it's hard to find out how whether it's a lie or if it's true or if you're deceiving yourself or if other people are deceiving you. You don't want that mess. Say the truth, expose yourself, literally expose your emotions, let go, move forward, and nobody will have any weapons against you. Ever. Because there's no point. There's no point to it. If someone's manipulating you or trying to use you, that's on them. If someone's trying to hex you, harm you, pray, and that's on them. Move on. Yeah. You want a stable foundation. You don't want to face this judgment. You don't want to admit that you've been defeated. You've been put in this defeat zone. They want to make you a martyr. Whoever is trying to manipulate you is trying to make you a martyr. They're stabbing you in the back multiple times. Over and over. 10 motherfucking swords on your back. Look at this shit. You're all down, defeated, bleeding, dying. And you don't want to admit that? You don't want to admit that something is wrong? You don't want to talk to anyone about it? Like, let go. Let go. There's no point. There's no point to it. Masculine, it's okay to feel a little feminine sometimes. It's okay. We have battles. We do have battles. It's okay. Everyone feels a certain kind of dysphoric, especially now in this age. especially during 2020, 2021. Everyone feels a little bit out of place. And it's because we're not all from Earth. We're just born here. I don't fucking know. I just work here. That's literally me. Like, hey, bro, I'm like, I just work here. That's the thing. I know who I work for, so I'm good. Do you know who you work for? Do you know who you're helping? Are you being the devil's advocate by not helping yourself? By not saving yourself? By not loving yourself? You love others much more when you love yourself. You take care of others much more when you take care of yourself. How will you love someone else if you don't know how to love yourself? How do you do that? Have you never watched RuPaul's Drag Race? Have you never seen the truth about what love really builds? It builds the entire fucking world. It opens the entire fucking world. We as a human civilization are unstoppable when we are in the power of love. True love is undefeatable. The power of Venus. Beautiful. And now they're trying to kill Venus because they think that, like, Oshun has walked away once. The goddess Oshun, goddess of the waters, goddess of love. Venus, Ishtar, Isis, Aphrodite, all the same motherfucking people. All the same motherfucking people. All of it is symbolism. This entire world is symbolism. We need to be able to put it to perspective. We all come from the source, all come from the same place, and we all go back to the same place. Once again, there is judgment here. There is judgment. What is this judgment? What is this judgment? Those who will make it past judgment safely? Yeah! The fool. The fucking fool. The judgment? You was a fool. And that's okay. It's alright. Admit it. It's okay to be a fool sometimes. But now that you're aware, take action. Oof. Yeah. Take fucking action. Yeah. There you go. Fuck that Five of Pentacles energy. Fuck that down brooding and whatnot. Fuck that breadcrumbing. Yeah, start fighting your own battles. Start seeing a new direction. Start taking a leap of faith. Stop sitting in the same position thinking, oh, what could I have done? What should I have done? What could I do? You know what to do. You do. Inside you, you know what to do, whoever you are. If you're being manipulated by anyone, you know exactly what the fuck to do. And you're right. And that's okay. And just because you feel that way, doesn't make you a bad person. It's action. What kind of action are you going to take? What kind of action is going to define your next move? Is it going to be positive? Are you going to be planting the right seeds? Are you going to be looking towards a brighter life? Are you going to be looking towards God or Jesus or whatever as your savior? Who are you looking up to? Why are you looking in that direction? How is it going to make your life in a better position? What is it going to do for you? What is it going to do for the world? How do you want this world to be benefited by your actions? You need to think about that. And whoever this is, you have like the artist spirit. You have the spirit of an artist. We are capable of creating the life we want. Capable of opening doors beyond our imagination. Beyond what we think. Because how do we even get to a point where we start inventing new things? How do we even get to a point where we start building a new life for ourselves without seeing the truth? Without acting upon with the power of true love. Because there is no foundation stronger than the foundation of light. I need to look that up. Like the Brotherhood of Light. Yeah, stop breadcrumbing. Indulge a little bit. Don't indulge too much. Know when to stop. If you don't know when to stop, that's your next lesson. Whatever you've been through is going to teach you just how much you've been indulging in the wrong things and what you actually need to be indulging in and how to have gratitude and appreciation. Yeah. Healing your heart? Good. Eat some good food, some soul food. You'll feel better in a second. I promise. Have some gratitude for it too. And make sure you set the intention of that food. Be like, this is gonna be bomb as fuck. It's gonna be the most amazing food that I've had in a minute. I literally made the most delicious shrimp curry like I've ever had in my life just by setting the intention. Like, I'm pretty sure I've made a similar curry before, but not this motherfucking. I'm finna get a new bowl because that shit was bomb as hell. Just by setting, that's how powerful your mind is. Placebo effect almost, but it's actually real. Yeah, let go of these battles. Fuck them. Fuck all of them. There's no point. They don't know. They don't know any better. They're kids. There you go. Step into your emotional power. Use it. You know what the fuck you're doing. You know who the fuck you are. You need to get there. You know, like, there's a whole video where this girl's like, a bitch has forgotten her worth today. And then it's like, she was like, let us do some affirmations. And then she's like, leave the peasants where they are and step into your motherfucking power. Not that they're peasants. We're all equal. Like, if they want to think they're peasants, let them think in peasant mentality. That low vibrational mentality of lack. Oh, I'm not good enough. That's not yours. That's not you. That's them. Oh, I don't feel great. Oh, I'm not pretty. Oh, I'm not hot. Oh, I'm not this. I'm not that. Yeah, you are. You know you are. Don't come onto my page acting like, oh, you're not. You are. You found me somehow, so you are. Move on with your life. Move on with what you really want. Take action towards what you want. If you're scared of anything, let that shit go. Stop. Fuck fear. Fuck fear entirely. That fear is one of the lowest vibrations. Fear is what takes you directly to hell. And I've said this before in my other video. That's what takes you immediately to hell. As soon as you enter that vibration of fear, you're not even thinking right. You're not even thinking right anymore. You're literally not even thinking right. You're unable to make any type of logical action after that. At all. That's how you get the most manipulated. That they literally, why do you think fear-mongering and propaganda is a thing? It's because they know when people are afraid, they make shitty, stupid-ass fucking decisions. And so they just follow anybody like sheep. And who the fuck is your shepherd? Who is it? Who are you the shepherd of? Are you the shepherd of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? Maybe you're a direct follower or descendant of God. Maybe you come from an ancient ancestry. Maybe you're mixed race. And if you're black or white on the channel, you are mixed. You come from an ancient ancestry regardless of whether you like it or not. You need to find out who the fuck you are and where your history lies. Find the truth in yourself. That's the tower. Yeah. Black or white, doesn't matter. I don't know what these people thought. You come from an ancient bloodline, all of you. Everyone. We all come from the same bloodline. All of us. I am literally every bloodline. It takes you stepping into what you're capable of. And if you're in the tower right now, take off that mask and walk with fucking pride. Walk with fucking courage. Stand fucking tall and be like, if this is the kind of fucking mess I put myself in, then I deserve this. And whatever is coming for me next is going to be so much fucking better. It's going to be more than anything I could have dreamt of. Because I am now walking in the path of light. From dark to light. I will, like, if you are reaching the tower moment right now, and you are stepping away from all that darkness into light, literally God has you. You are literally stepping into the light. You will literally be helping and serving the highest will, your highest purpose, your highest guidance. And all it took was you fucking being just as emotionally available as you know you are, instead of hiding your emotions because you think that being patient is going to cause any type of, yeah, there might be burdens ahead. Yeah, you might have to relax and leave this, whatever. You might feel a little brooding. You might feel a little like burdensome. Oh, it feels heavy to have to carry all this baggage. Oh, la 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 la. Better than being in those fucking battles. Better than fucking yourself over all the time. Soon, you'll be able to let go of all these burdens. Soon, let's find out how. And from all the manipulation, fuck all of that. Yeah, look at that. These are the burdens. The burdens, the feeling, they're just of the journey you miss. The journey that you wish you could have taken. The journey that you didn't see clearly. All the emotions that you've invested into this, or whatever it is. All the fighting that you've fought because of it. All the contemplating on your value. That's the burden. The burden is that feeling. Let me find out what that feeling is. Because when it comes to like certain feelings, like I'm like, I don't really feel low vibrational, relationships. I don't. It was just there. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good. Okay, my higher good. You need to say that to yourself. You need to write it down. You need to make sure you're aware. What is it? I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Okay? I am attracted to those people that serve my higher good. Yeah. Make sure you're aware of that. And if that's not the case, if whoever you're with or whatever manipulation is happening around you doesn't serve your higher good, then you know you're being manipulated. You're fucking aware. Move the fuck on. And if you're scared of being alone, then you have a reason to be scared of being alone, and know that you're never alone. You are never alone. You have so many people that you are in the minds of. So many beings that are watching over you, rooting for your success, rooting for your happiness, rooting for you, so that you are serving the highest nature of your being, so that you end up happy at the end of the day, so that you are the happiest person that you could ever, so that you literally reach the point where you like couldn't be any happier. You couldn't imagine it, but it keeps happening and you don't know how. Wouldn't you want that for yourself? Yeah, you're gaining clarity on why you were so like burdensome before, or you were so burdened before. And this is going to really make you move forward. Whatever this manipulation was blinding you. It was blinding you from seeing the truth. And the truth at the end of the day is that you are capable, and it's okay to feel foolish once in a fucking while. It's okay. You know how funny it is? It literally is one of the funnier things. But at least we're not fucking stupid. You know what's really fucking stupid? Being manipulated and knowing about it and doing nothing about it. That's what's fucking stupid. And another stupid thing is when people are manipulating. Manipulators are stupid. They're stupid as fuck because they think they can do that, but they're just dumbing themselves down. And that's not the full energy. That's not this leap of faith. Look at this guy. He's fucking excited, happy. He has the fucking stars under his umbrella. That makes no fucking sense, but who the fuck cares? Only he understands. He had the little fucking adventure dog, Totoro. I said fucking Totoro. I meant Toto, but whatever. Totoro. I'm suddenly thinking about this anime. You know the anime. You gotta know the anime. If you don't know the anime, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go watch anime. But you can see he's like taking a leap of faith in this new direction. So what is this leap of faith? And whatever it is, whether it hits you in the karma, whether it takes you to a tower, you should be able to find, yeah, okay, kids. Kids? Okay. What's the Six of Cups energy? I'm sorry, this changed really quickly. Burdens. Wait, hold up. What is this burden energy? Yeah, Queen of Swords. Okay. So it's getting you out of this. It's getting you out of this. So there's someone that was like super cold and judgmental, and it made people wear masks, and there was a relationship, and there was betrayal, and then you realize that there was the Empress. I don't know who actually values themselves, and they're not making a decision because they've left an emotional connection and battles behind, and they basically have been building their foundation based off of their strength. They've been building their foundation based off of strength because they didn't need to go through this death. This Empress, whoever, if you're a divine masculine, or maybe you're a divine feminine and there's someone with an Empress energy, which is like a compassionate, loving energy, and you were supposed to go down their path or whatever, whoever it is, they let go of these battles. They let go of these battles. They let go of the emotional, just all these. Look at this person. Okay, so look at this person. Look at all those cups at the bottom. That's how much they've put into it. They put so much work and energy, just as much work and energy, divine masculine, that you've put into your karmic. They have, the Empress, divine feminine, has put into you. So now nobody has the emotional capability of standing within this, you know. So she's going upon her own journey. She's moving forwards. She's moving forwards with strength towards her true path. And she's not making a decision about this connection anymore because she's leaving it to the divine. That's on God. And you can wear your mask all you want. Until you let go of these burdens, until you realize, and if you can't let go of these burdens, that's your karma. That's the truth. That's the truth. You need someone to figure it out for you. What are these burdens? Just all the battles, all just the emotional connection that you put into this third party connection that you're trying to, now you don't want to face judgment. Now there's more wishing. You're wishing for enlightenment, for fulfillment, but you do, okay, so it turns sideways. You do have a decision to make about these burdens. You can't take off your mask if you want to. You can't take a leap of faith in a new direction if you want to. Just, all I'm going to say is try and make the decisions that make you happier. If you have to take care of someone, please take care of them. Try and be more compassionate and empathetic. Try and be more kind to yourself. That's it. What kind of yeah. So also it also might be complete manipulation too. So like, I wasn't, you know, like I said, if anything in this resonates, then somehow, some way you are being manipulated. That's all, you know. Like I said, I'm just following my intuition. I'm just following what my heart says. This won't resonate with everyone. Take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. Take it as it resonates. Also, if you have any kids between your connection, don't forget to do a test. I always say don't forget to do a test to make sure that those are actually your kids, because you don't know when bitches be faking it. Like, so many people cheat, especially here in America. So many people cheat and then pretend like that's their kid. Bitch, I think the fuck not. We're gonna find out. Literally, if I was a guy, oh my god, I'd be so hated, because none of these bitches would be able to manipulate me. None of these bitches would be able to manipulate me. Nah. Not with any kind of no sex, no drugs, nothing. Yeah, so someone needs to work on their self-esteem. Yeah, that's what I was literally doing for myself because I was kind of getting low on that for a little bit. So, I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. Okay? Important to remember to gain some self-esteem, gain some self-confidence. And decision, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. Okay? Very important to use your intuition. Make sure that you have a divine balance. Loneliness. I know that I am never alone. Okay? Remember that. If you are being manipulated, make sure you are decisive. You have confidence in yourself. Yeah, there you go. Success. I know that there is no greater love. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Oh my God, why did I say it that way? I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Okay? Remember that. Okay? If you're not feeling loved, and you are giving yourself that love, but the person that, listen, if you are giving yourself the love that you need, the person that you're with is immediately, if they're manipulating you, they're immediately not going to like the fact that you're giving yourself love. So when you're going out with friends, or you're just having fun, or you're just doing whatever the fuck you want, and let's say for example, you're playing video games, right? So I love video games. So if you're playing video games and you haven't played video games in a while and you've just been meaning to or something, and suddenly your partner is like, you're always on that game, lol, I never get to talk to you, always trying to start fights, dump her. If and this is, I'm not trying to make anyone like insecure all of a sudden. If you feel insecure because I've said that, work on yourself. If you're trying to like have a nice dinner, let's say Divine Feminine, if you're trying to have a nice dinner with your partner and you've made them a meal and they've come home from work and they're like, oh, I'm just too tired right now for to even deal with all this. Oh yeah, thanks for the meal or whatever. And they don't show you that appreciation, dump him. You don't need that. You need someone who's gonna look at your food and fucking hug and kiss you and thank you for everything. Okay? They need to be fucking they need to be not just in love with what you do. This goes for both parties. They don't need to be in love with just what you do. They need to be in love with you. They need to be in love with you and everything that you are. And who you are, how you talk, how you smile, how you walk, everything. Everything. Your flaws, everything. Nothing you could do could break their heart. Ever. That's what true love is. And when you have love, for example, family love is kind of like an unbreakable bond. When my mom called the cops on me on my birthday, that's how I knew that something was sus. That's how I knew she didn't actually have that kind of love or appreciation that I thought she did. There are dead giveaways for manipulators. Dead giveaways. Service. I feel good when I can help others. If you feel like you can't help someone, like everything that you do isn't enough, they're manipulating you. Doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. Yeah. If you feel like you constantly have to be in control of the situation or everything will fall apart, leave. You don't need to have this constant doubt. Then you start doubting yourself. That's where the manipulation is as well. If they're like, why don't you believe me? Why don't you trust me? Fuck off. I don't have to. The same way I don't sit here and tell you you have to listen to me or trust me. You don't have to. You don't have to. Nobody's forcing you to. No one. You don't have to feel anything under anybody's expense. Ever. You don't have to sacrifice anything under anybody else's expense. Ever. You work on yourself, heal yourself, and the right person will come or has already been there and you just didn't notice. All it takes is really trusting yourself. If you trust yourself, trust your heart, trust your intuition, trust your voice, then you don't need anybody else. Okie dokie. I love doing videos like this. I love looking back at them. I get like my own type of divine intuition or something, and they're like, you need to go and listen to your own words. And I'm like, okay, I got you. Yeah, gratitude. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities it presents. Be aware of that. Be aware of how gratitude can change your life. Last one, death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. I'll see you guys next time.